Hello, I'm Daniel, and welcome to the Emunah Project. Today, in our series of the principles of Emunah, the three principles of Emunah, the first one, everything is from God. The second one, everything is for the best. And the third one is everything is for a divine purpose. Today, we're going to be talking about the second principle. Everything is for the best. This can be a misunderstood principle. And if it's misinterpreted and if it's misunderstood, it can cause a lot of problems. Everything is for the best doesn't mean that everything is good. It doesn't mean that everything that happens is the way God wants it to be right now. It doesn't mean that everything has to be this way. Sometimes something will happen in your life that seems very bad. And you don't sit there and say, oh boy, I lost my job. It must be God's will that I be unemployed and homeless. You crazy? No. It happens so that you will go out. You will get another job. You'll get perhaps a better job. You'll perhaps get more money or get a job that's better for you. What happens is for the best, but it's not a license for complacency. You don't just sit there like a lump. Sometimes when something happens, it's for the best because it spurs you on to move forward. The way it can be misunderstood is if something bad happens or if you have a bad challenge in your life. Okay, let's say you have a bad problem with alcohol or drugs. Let's just say. And by you, I don't mean you. I mean, a person has a problem with drugs and alcohol. The person's at a social gathering, and all of a sudden, people start using drugs and alcohol, and you have a very strong yetzer hara, a very strong evil inclination toward that substance abuse. The fact that it happens, and it's for the best, doesn't mean, oh, gee, I'm here at this party and they're using drugs and, I guess it must be God's will that I take some drugs and I take some alcohol. No. If this happens, that is a sign from God for you to get out, to remove yourself from that situation and to remind you of that temptation is everywhere. Similarly, if you're in an abusive relationship, if God forbid, your spouse is physically, emotionally, psychologically abusive, hurting you, injuring you to an unbearable extent, you don't just sit there and say, oh boy, everything is from God, everything is for the best. I guess God wants me to be in a beaten up and abusive relationship. God forbid. This is a sign for you to get out. This is a sign for you to improve it. Either send the person to help, get some couples therapy, leave, whatever it is. The fact that it happens for the best isn't carte blanche for you to sit there and do nothing. Another example. You're walking down the sidewalk and you see this toddler, son is strayed away from his parents and is about to go into traffic. And you're seeing you're right there. You don't sit there and say, oh, everything's from God. Everything is from the best. It's too bad that God wants this kid run over by a bus. No. You happen to be there at the time because God wants you to act. God wants you to save that child. Don't misunderstand everything for the best as an excuse to do nothing. It can mean that you're there for that purpose. You're there to save that child. You're there to see the problem in an extreme and to either remove yourself from that situation or to somehow improve it. It's for the best. It may not be for the short-term best. Losing your job, getting sick, a divorce, that doesn't look very much like the best in the short term. But ultimately, it will work out. Second principle, everything is for the best. Don't misunderstand it. And a misinterpretation of this principle can lead to tragedy. But in the long term, things will work out. Everything is for the best. Come back. I hope you're enjoying these videos. keep coming, keep watching. On behalf of the Emunah Project, I'm Daniel. Thank you too much.